Hello and welcome to my Tarot Corner. So the story that ignited my curiosity yesterday was another puff piece from express.com, and this one was an article that said that William and Catherine will have to extend a hand of friendship, and I am quoting, and this was also in brackets, extend a hand of friendship to Harry, only Harry, in the coronation, because King Charles will be too busy. Completely ignoring that William will have his own problems, his own duties in the coronation, that he himself is going to be quite busy in the coronation, completely forgetting that Catherine will have her duties, children to look after, so she will be quite busy herself during the coronation. And this article implies that Harry is going to come to the coronation by himself, and that Harry and William, that William and Catherine are unwillingly going to have to extend a friendly hand. Now, why will they have to? What happened to Sophie and Edward, or maybe the York sisters, or Edward and Sophie, or maybe Andrew and Sarah, or even Princess Anne? I mean, there are so many other people in the royal family that can extend a hand of friendship to Harry. Poor Harry, that will come alone to the coronation, according to the Express. So, of course, this is a puff piece that was meant for us to click on. And today on the Royal Grifts, one of her videos, because she had two. So on one of her videos, she is exploring another article that was put out in one of the USA tabloids, and this one implied that the Sussexes, both of them, will have a center stage role in the coronation, and that King Charles is choosing Prince Harry over his elder son, Prince William, and that they will get a gift from the King, and they will get a new apartment in Kensington Palace, and so many things that they will get from the King just for arriving to the coronation. Sounds completely bogus. I mean, this is really, I don't know where people are inventing those things. But I decided to go into that, into this question of extending a hand to the Sussexes. And this comes with all of the other articles that are coming out, that Meghan feels excluded, and she feels that it's unfair that this royal family is not fighting for her to come to the coronation. I mean, why should the royal family fight for her to come to the coronation? What should they do in order to fight for her to come to the coronation? All she needs to do is say, I'm coming. Nobody will tell her not to go. I mean, this is all she needs to do. Say, I'm coming. So, okay, so let's go into that. And I'm using two decks by Matt Hughes. One is the Ethereal Vision tarot deck, one of the classic tarot decks. And right now there is a new one by Matt Hughes called Ethereal Vision Luna Edition, which is the more inclusive tarot deck, which is the one that gives more place for people of color. It's a beautiful deck. I cannot say that it's not. It's very expensive as always for new decks. But I don't think that there is anything that it contributes to the ethereal vision tarot, except for it being a more inclusive deck. But it's not really giving anything new to the interpretation of tarot. I think that he could have done a better job in a new deck and not use the same illustrations, just change. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's very, very similar as illustrations, just changing the coloring of the cards. And I think that he could have tried to change the whole feeling of the tarot. And I think that he has done this more inclusive feeling in this oracle deck that is called the Dreamscape Oracle. He gave this, he gave the tone of giving more tone to the, let's say, more colored people, people of color, or more inclusive deck in the Dreamscape Oracle. Okay, so that's enough babbling. Before I start, please take a few moments to read my full disclaimer in the description box. This is a tarot reading. It is vibrational. It is open to interpretation. It exists as assumptions and speculation, and as such, may or may not be true. So please do your own research and decide for yourselves. Okay, so I'm using an 8-card tarot spread, but I'm going to add one card because I'm going to, in the influence side of the card of the part of the reading, I'm going to take 2 cards, one for Prince Harry and one for Meghan. Okay, so let's start by clearing the deck. Okay, so Prince William and Princess Catherine are said to have to give extend a hand of friendship to Prince Harry during the coronation, because the king will be too busy with the coronation itself. On the other hand, it is said that Prince Harry will have a center stage role in the coronation with his wife, Meghan. Catherine and William are said to have to extend a hand of friendship to Harry during the coronation, when Meghan isn't mentioned at all. On the other hand, other articles are saying that Harry and Meghan will have, center role during the coronation. Harry and Meghan, are they going to come to the coronation? Will Harry come alone? William and Catherine will have to extend a hand of friendship to Prince Harry. Will Harry and Meghan have a center role in the coronation? King Charles will be too busy to pay attention to Prince Harry, or will he be giving Harry enormous gifts, including an apartment in Kensington Palace? So what is going on here? What can we see about the true role of the Sussexes, about William and Catherine's real need to acknowledge Harry if he comes to the coronation? Let's see what we see. Okay, so the first card is the theme of the entire situation, and it will give us a whole picture. It might show us the coronation, might show us William and Catherine, it might show us Harry and William. It will show us the most important aspect of the whole situation. And what we're getting here is the Five of Wands. Now that's interesting because we just got the Five of Wands in my previous reading. And the Five of Wands is, here we get the Five of Wands as it is seen in the Rider-Waite Tarot. Here it is about 5 people who are in this argument, who are fighting. And this is about getting that victory, but you need help. So the whole coronation is this fight of power. This is about power struggle. The whole coronation is it's not going to be something that is going to be peaceful. It's not going to pass without any kind of problems or peacefully. It's not. There are going to be problems, whether they are undercurrent or whether they are seen and reported, but there will be struggles, and this is about those struggles. Now, here we see people that are fighting, and they are not fighting these unseen enemies. They're not fighting ghosts. They're not fighting enemies that are not there. They are fighting themselves. So this is inner struggles. This is struggles within the royal family. These are struggles, could be between Harry and his family, could be within even William and the king. So this is the theme of the coronation, and it can only be won if they ask for help. And this could be for each and every one of them. So King Charles will need to ask for help either from his son, from William, or from others. Prince William will need help, and Catherine will need help. Each and every one of them will need help in order to go through this whole debacle or this whole coronation, and to pass through that without too many scars. So this card is telling us that it's not going to be without any, it's not going to pass peacefully. And this is about unconventional help. So it could be even the Archbishop of Canterbury. It could be any kind of unconventional help that you can even think of. You can throw in the comments any kind of ideas that you have about unconventional help that Prince William and Catherine could ask for, King Charles could ask for, any kind of unconventional help that they could use in order to go through that coronation without too many struggles that will come out to the surface and be public in the media. So this is what we see around the coronation. It's not going to go smoothly. So what are we going to see what is the past of this? What is the past of the entire question here? And it is about the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands, this is page or the person, the archetype of the person that is always looking for something new. So this is the person that is keep jumping from one bandwagon to another bandwagon because he's never satisfied. He's never he never finds anything that really excites him. Now, the Page of Wands is not always a bad thing. It can also be someone who is very concerned about learning, about education. But it's also someone who needs his freedom, someone who went abroad or needs to go abroad, someone who's wondering about, someone who is gambling, someone who's relying on luck. This is a person who is unwilling to commit to things, and this is the best way to describe what happened with Prince Harry. He was unable to commit to the royal family, to the duties of the royal family. He was looking for other things. He was looking around. Now, this is something that was there even before Meghan arrived. Meghan only sparked those feelings inside of him, feelings that he could have maybe get over those if she wasn't there. But those feelings were there. He was going around, he was going abroad all the time, he was going to Africa, he was going with veterans to all sorts of places, he was all over the globe, he was looking for his freedom in many ways. And he was jumping from one bandwagon to another bandwagon even before he met Meghan. When she arrived in the scene, she only took those elements in him and made them even more, took them into the extreme. So, and you can see here that the Page of Wands is with his back to the Five of Wands. So if this card is representing the coronation, or what is happening in the coronation, this is the card of Prince Harry with his back to his family, and this is the most this is the card that really, this is the way to express exactly what happened. He turned his back to his family. He didn't want to commit to his family. He looked for his freedom, and he just looked for a way out. Meghan arrived and she showed him the way out. She helped him to find his way out. Okay, so the present situation as it is right now, and we're getting another card, which is a wand card, which is the third wand card, and it is a Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of recognition and cooperation. So the Three of Wands shows us the current situation, and we see that the king really wants collaboration. He really wants Prince Harry to be there. He wants some kind of collaboration from all of them. He would have loved Prince William to come out and say, yeah, I will give Harry this hand of friendship. He would have loved to be able to give Harry something that will persuade him to come to England. I don't think that this means that he will give him whatever he wants. There is no pentacles here. And this is another recurring card from my previous reading, if you saw it. And this is a completely different deck, but another Wands card. So there's a lot of fire here, there's a lot of energy here, and a lot of wishes that are trying to be met, trying to be realized. So Charles wants his son there. And it's not something that he's trying to mask. It's not something new. He said that, he put that out in the public domain in every possible way. So this is what they are trying to find a way to collaborate, to try to find a way to put this in some kind of a collaboration, some kind of participation, and this is what he wants. He wants to be able to move forward. The Three of Wands is a card of moving forward, of continuing a way. He wants to be able to continue the way of reaching, of moving on with his coronation, with his monarchy, with his way of becoming a king. This is what he wants. So the Two of Wands is a beginning of a road to get your potential realized. The Three of Wands is that collaboration and recognition that you want in order to be able to continue that way. So this is what is currently happening. This is what the king is trying to achieve. What can we see for the future? And for the future, what we're getting is the Four of Swords. So, right, for the near future, we will not hear any kind of decision. Four of Swords is a card of not being ready to make decisions. It is a card that usually shows us a person that is lying because he is way too unable to make a decision. He's too sick he is cooked up in this church because he is fatigued. He's unable to make any kind of decision. So the Four of Swords is deciding not to decide. And this is what we will see for the next at least 2 months. I don't think that we will know for sure if Harry is coming or not until the last minute. The Four of Swords shows us that he's unable to make a decision. The process is not clear yet. He will keep on thinking of things. He's indecisive. We will not hear from him any kind of clear, decisive declaration about it in the near few weeks. Not in the Stephen Colbert interview, not in the other interview that he's going to give. So we will not hear any kind of decision. We will only get more and more puff pieces about what is the king willing to give them, but about William and Catherine willing to do this or that, about Meghan feeling hurt or not, all sorts of puff pieces, but not a clear decision because they are unable to reach a decision. This is a true indecisiveness from Harry. He's unable to make a decision because he knows that if he makes a decision to come by himself, he's risking it with his wife. If he makes a decision to come with his wife, he is risking a very big, let's say, a big booing, and the British public will not accept it. It will not be something that will be accepted very easily, not by the British public, not by his family. So he's risking that as well. And not coming, that is another bad option. So right now he's facing 3 not very good options for him. Most of us prefer not to see him there, but for him, it's 3 not very good options. So he's unable to decide right now. This is what we see for the near future. So what is the best course of action for William and Catherine? And for them, the best course of action is the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles, that is a card, that is the card that speaks about the recognition and the reward. So this is the card that actually, another repeating card that we got for Harry in the previous reading, but this is a card that shows that William and Catherine realize that for them, the best way to get rewarded, and to get rewarded, that is not about monetary reward. This is about getting the recognition of the people. This is about getting rewarded for their own, being bigger and being the adults here and being ready to do things for the king, to be able to be more, let's say, mature in their acting, in the way that they are, the way that they are treating this whole situation. The best way for them to do that is to cooperate. So they are right now, the best way for them to deal with this is to cooperate. And to cooperate is to cooperate with the king, not to cooperate with what the British media is saying, is to cooperate with what the king wants. And since William has a big role in the coronation, I believe that this is what he's mostly busy with. So this is what he's mostly interested with. They are cooperating with King Charles, with Camilla, with everything that is connected with the with getting ready to the coronation, and getting ready with their children to the coronation. But this is also about cooperating with the king, with everything that is connected to Harry. So if the king will ask them to make Harry feel more at home, I suppose that William will try to be the mature one, and to be more the bigger brother here, like he did when the Queen died, and there was the rumors that Harry and Meghan are going to do the walkabout by themselves, and William swallowed his pride and made contact and invited them to do a walkabout together. This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is not about extending a hand of friendship. This is about collaborating with the king to make sure that whatever he wants that will happen. So this is about helping him. So this is about being there for him, being the ones that are the unconventional help that will be on King Charles' side in order to help him to go through the coronation. And this is about really being the ones that help him to achieve the coronation day, the coronation as the way that he wants it. So I believe that we will see, if Harry decides to come, which I'm not at all sure, but if he does decide to come, we will see William taking a step forward in order to make sure that at least Harry is there in his corner and not bothering the rest of the royal family, and not there making any kind of media attacks or any kind of obstructions to the coronation. Okay, influences. So influences, I will take two cards. One is for William, one is for Harry, one is for Meghan. So the first card is for Harry, and Harry is a judgment. Okay, so judgment is a card of change, and this is a very, very profound change. Now, this change is not nullifying what was before. So he will not go a change that is erasing what happened before. But this is a card that shows that Harry, first of all, he went through this change already. So he already went through this very profound change when he left the British royal family, when he went out and against them. And this was not a good change. This was a bad change. And sometimes changes are not for the good. And I always give the metaphor of the butterfly when I talk about the judgment card, the butterfly that needs to come out of the cocoon and needs to go this very painful process of change in order to be able to fly. And this is a card that shows that Harry went through change and will go on going through change. Now, this doesn't mean that this change is going to reverse itself. So it doesn't mean that he will start thinking differently. On the other way around, I don't see him changing for the better. I don't see anything good happening here. It looks to me like this is the continuation of the same process of change that he has already started. I don't see him reversing that, because this is a change that is, it's not something that can be reversed. It can also only start a new process of change. Whether or not he will start a new process of change, maybe, but then it will have to be a very long one, a very painful one, and not something that we will see results in the near future. So I believe that in the near future, what we will see is the results of the process of the change that he has already went through. So this is what this judgment card is coming to show us, that he went through this change. This is a change that wasn't such a good thing for him, not for the royal family, but it is impacting him, and it is impacting the coronation. It's impacting all of them. Now, what is the influence of Meghan, who keeps on feeling neglected because nobody's fighting for her? So she is the Queen of Cups. And although she's usually the Queen of Wands, which is the queen of, is also only egotistical and thinks about herself, the Queen of Cups, in this instance, it's like she's putting on this mask of the Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups is the wife of the King of Cups. So in a way, she is the female version of the whiner. But she's the Queen of Cups is the adventurous queen, but she's the one that will destroy in order to build something new. And she's the one who will drive her husband in order to destroy and to burn bridges behind him, because she believes that what they are building together is more important. So this is what she's doing. The Queen of Cups is the woman that will do very how do you say that? She will take very extreme measures in order to achieve what she wants. And this is the woman that is breaking conventions. This is the woman who is getting addicted to things. And this is a woman who is out for revenge and is full of resentment. And she's using these sentiments in order to go on this vengeance tour. And this is exactly what Meghan is doing. So she's using these feelings of resentment towards the royal family. She is feeding Harry with these addictions and with these feelings of resentment, with feelings of not getting what she deserves. He's not getting what he deserves. And she's one of the instigators of the change that he went through. And she is one of the instigators of changes. She is the one who is going out for changes because she is the adventurer. She is not the one to stand for stability in life. She wants changes. She wants major changes, very extreme changes in life. She's using her sexuality in order to achieve things. And she is someone that is excessively using her sexuality. She's also very promiscuous. She is, once again, as I said, someone who is out to revenge, and this is her main influence here. So she will do whatever she can in order to get her revenge. And she's obsessive about it. Okay, so hopes and fears. And the hopes and fears are King Charles's and William and Catherine. So how do they feel? What are their hopes or fears around the coronation? And what I'm getting here is temperance. And temperance is all about believing. It's all about faith. It's about believing that things will happen, believing that you can go through this. This is their hope. They're hoping that they will be able to get through this without too many problems, without getting too much of backlash. This is about being able to. This is about big things like weddings, like partnerships, but this is also about coronation. This is a great card for a coronation. This is about miracles. This is about being able to perform miracles. So this is what they hope for. They hope to be able to perform a miracle, that everything will happen the way that they want it, that no disturbances will go through that they will be able to go through the coronation without too many disturbances by the vengeance of the Meghan and the changes of the age. Okay, so last card is the outcome. So what it will be the outcome of this? And what we're getting here is the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is a card that speaks about letting go. And this is a card that is very much the mother card. And this is a card of someone that needs to go away. Now, this card is very important because this card is, first of all, telling King Charles to let go. There are things that he cannot control, and having Harry in that coronation is something that he cannot control. Harry is in limbo, is unable to make a decision. No matter how much he tries to cooperate with him and make him realize that this is part of his tradition, this is something that he doesn't want to miss, Harry is unable to make a decision, and he won't be able to, at least not in the next few months. Well, we don't have much, but in the next 2 months. So King Charles needs to let go. He needs to leave the question. He needs to lay off the pressure. Harry will make his decision. And whether or not he decides to come or not, this is something that he will need to make the decision by himself. Another thing is that this is about letting go. This is also for William and Catherine. They don't have to do anything in order to try to appease Harry or Harry. This is about them letting go of this. And the mother here is also Harry and also Williams. It's not only Harry. He doesn't have the monopoly on Princess Diana. Now, Harry himself is leaving behind him or left behind him quite a lot of full cups. And he needs to remember that. So when he went away with his wand, he left a lot of full cups behind him. No matter how much he feels deprived, no matter how much he feels that he lost, he gave this up willingly. And he turned his back. And it's interesting to see because in both of these cards, if you're looking at how it looks, and I'll put it here, you will see that both of these men are with their backs to the Five of Wands that signifies the coronation. So he swayed his back to the royal family, to the tradition, and he did this by himself, willingly. There is nothing that anyone can do to turn him back. And he's the one who needs to open his eyes and to see that, nobody else. So this card is also telling Harry that he needs to stop whining. He left on his own accord Don't ask anyone to extend a helping hand to you. You left. Okay, so this is the tarot. Let's see what the oracle has to say. And this is advice for King Charles, William, and Catherine. Let's shuffle the deck once more. And clear it. Okay, so advice for King Charles, William, and Catherine on extending a friendly hand for King Charles, for Prince Harry. Advice for King Charles and William and Catherine about extending a friendly hand to Harry for the coronation. And the advice card is the Prophet. So let's see what the Prophet has to say. So the Prophet is the one who knows where to look for small signs that are signs that we need to take care of things. For example, signs like a 13th floor or tossing salt over the shoulder. So the Prophet knows the value of those signs, and she knows how to find them. She befriends them. And the meaning is to follow the signs that we are receiving or that they are receiving, and to listen to the voices inside of them. So this is for King Charles and for William and Catherine. Listen to the voices inside of you. Listen to the signs. Don't overdo it. Don't try too much. Listen to the signs, understand that these are the things that are mostly important. Don't try too much to appease Harry, because it won't work. It will just make it worse. So just trust your instincts. That is what this card mainly says. This is it for this reading. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.